When you hear the name Blake Lively, you probably picture dazzling red carpet appearances, fashion icon status, and her seemingly perfect Hollywood marriage to Ryan Reynolds. But in a turn of events that's left fans speechless and insiders scrambling, a shocking wave of celebrity whispers and quiet accusations has taken center stage. Behind the sparkling gowns and million-dollar smile, some of Hollywood's elite are now claiming they were scammed by the Gossip Girl star, and the details are more unbelievable than you could imagine. How did a beloved A-lister go from fashion darling to the center of a swirling controversy? Who are the celebs coming forward, and what exactly are they accusing her of? Is it all a giant misunderstanding, or is there a hidden Blake Lively the world has never seen? Get ready for a deep dive into the scandal that's set Hollywood buzzing. This isn't gossip. It's a mystery unraveling in real time, and the ending might just change how you see Blake Lively forever. The fashion empire that sparked it all. It all started with a passion project. In 2023, Blake Lively launched an ambitious high-end fashion collective titled Betty Blue, a luxury lifestyle brand blending ethical fashion, vintage flair, and custom celebrity collaborations. With her history of being a red carpet trendsetter, the brand quickly attracted big names looking to co-create capsule collections. Stars like Zendaya, Hailey Steinfeld, and even Florence Pugh reportedly showed interest in partnerships. Blake was praised for empowering women, supporting sustainable fashion, and building a female-led creative team. But behind the scenes, murmurs of broken contracts, unpaid commissions, and vanishing deliverables began to surface. Insiders say the trouble began almost immediately after the first launch event. Designs allegedly submitted by celebrity collaborators were never credited. A promised profit-sharing model reportedly never materialized. Celebrities who once proudly wore them, the brand began to distance itself, and when pressed, some started dropping cryptic hints about being duped. The Zendaya connection? A silent fallout, one of the biggest names tied to Blake Lively's brand. In its early stages was Zendaya. While no official press release ever confirmed a full collaboration, multiple stylists hinted in interviews that Zendaya had been approached for a limited edition streetwear line inspired by 1940s film noir. Early mock-ups were supposedly leaked during Fashion Week, and sources said her management had discussed a seven-figure royalty class. But months went by, and the collaboration never surfaced. Insiders close to Zendaya's team claim that Blake's business didn't hold up their end of the deal, with prototype pieces never delivered and licensing terms allegedly being reworded at the last minute. While Zendaya herself has never publicly commented, she's noticeably avoided any mention of Blake or Betty Blue since 2024, a stark contrast from the initial buzz surrounding the potential partnership. Anya Taylor-Joy's missing millions perhaps. The most vocal of the alleged victims has been Anya Taylor-Joy, though not directly through interviews. In 2025, eagle-eyed fans noticed that Anya had unfollowed Blake on all social platforms just weeks after attending a private fashion dinner the actress hosted. Paparazzi captured Anya leaving the event looking visibly upset, and rumors quickly began to circulate. According to industry sources, Anya had signed a licensing deal to produce an exclusive jewelry collection under the Betty Blue banner. The pieces were allegedly handcrafted in France and promoted internally for a fall 2024 release. But when the drop was delayed and then quietly cancelled, Anya reportedly received no compensation and was locked in a non-disclosure agreement. Several anonymous staff members have since claimed that Betty Blue was heavily underfunded and that Blake was using star power to secure designs without honoring full payouts. One insider went so far as to say Anya was promised a cut of every unit sold. But the brand folded the collection before launch, and she never saw a dime. Ryan Reynolds caught in the crossfire. What makes this story even juicier is the speculation that Ryan Reynolds may have unintentionally gotten involved. As Blake's husband and a branding genius in his own right, thanks to Aviation Gin and Mint Mobile, Ryan reportedly helped market Betty Blue behind the scenes, offering consultation on digital campaigns, influencer partnerships, and ad placements. But insiders claim that as the scandals began to mount, Ryan started distancing himself from the company. By early 2025, his name was scrubbed from marketing decks, and whispers began that he had pulled out of any future investment talks. Fans noticed something strange, too. Once known for their playful social media banter, Blake and Ryan stopped posting about each other for nearly 3 months, a rare silence that led some to believe the alleged fallout from the scandal was beginning to strain even their ironclad relationship. The ghost designer accusation, perhaps the most damning accusation, came from an anonymous designer who worked on the brand's collection. In a since-deleted Reddit AMA, the user, verified as a professional in the fashion industry, claimed they had submitted over a dozen designs under the promise of a back-end licensing deal. But when the campaign launched, the designs were labeled as Blake's exclusive vision, with no mention of the creative team behind them. The designer alleged that multiple contributors were exploited, paid little or nothing, and then silenced through aggressive NDAs. This post went viral for a short time before being taken down, but screenshots circulated across TikTok and Twitter, reigniting public curiosity about what really went wrong behind the glossy veneer of Blake's fashion world. Hailee Steinfeld's cryptic TikTok. In late 2024, Hailee Steinfeld posted a TikTok with the caption, "When they promise you the moon and hand you a receipt, skull." The video featured her lip-syncing to a viral sound about fake promises and manipulative friendships. While Hailee never mentioned names, fans quickly connected the dots. Just months before, she had been seen wearing early prototypes of a rumored Blake Lively collection. But the clothing line was never mentioned again. Hailee never tagged the brand, never promoted it on her feed, and never attended another one of Blake's events. Her followers flooded the comments with guesses, and one fan even asked directly, "Was this about Betty Blue?" Hailee replied with a single, knowing emoji, eyes. A PR nightmare that couldn't be buried. Blake Lively's publicists scrambled to do damage control. In early 2025, they began shifting her public image back to acting, emphasizing her upcoming projects and steering interviews away from fashion. Fans noticed that Blake, once active on social media, had slowed down on posting entirely. At a red carpet event in April 2025, a reporter asked Blake directly about the status of her face reportedly tightened before she responded, "We're exploring creative redirection." It was vague and cold and marked the last public comment she's made on the brand since. A pattern of good intentions gone bad. Some insiders believe Blake's fashion brand didn't begin as a scam but unraveled due to poor management, unrealistic promises, and miscommunication. As one former employee put it, Blake is creative and passionate, but she underestimated how brutal the fashion business is. She got in too deep, too fast. Truth or hype? So, did Blake Lively really scam her celebrity friends? Or was she simply a creative cod in the crosshairs of an unforgiving industry? The truth likely lives somewhere in between. Contracts were broken. Friendships were tested. Money may have changed hands without proper returns. But what's certain is that the Blake Lively's alleged fashion fallout. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into the untold truths behind Hollywood's most iconic stars. We've got plenty more stories, scandals, and behind-the-scenes drama coming your way, so stay tuned.